Lord, I almost gave up praying. Not because I stopped believing in you, but because I was tired of waiting, tired of hoping, tired of carrying the same burden day after day. I had prayed so many times before. I had cried the same tears. I had asked the same questions. And on that particular night, I nearly stayed silent. I almost let discouragement win. I almost let fear have the final word. I almost kept my heart closed. But somehow, through the weakness, I whispered one more prayer. Just a few words, just enough faith to call your name. And that prayer I almost didn't pray changed everything. One more prayer. I was standing in the dark with a heavy, weary heart. Every answer seemed delayed, every hope began to fade. He saw you. I had carried all the weight, wondering if things would change. My faith felt small, my strength was low, and I didn't know where else to go. He knew. Then a whisper rose inside, telling me not to stop trying. Though my voice was weak and slow, I called on you once more. When I nearly walked away, something told me pray again. Yes, Lord. When my strength was almost gone, you were listening all along. He was the prayer I almost didn't pray. Became the prayer that changed my life. Changed my life. The cry almost kept inside. He heard it, opened the door to my breakthrough. Amen. 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 Looking back, I clearly know you were closer than I thought. Every tear and every plea was remembered faithfully. Not because I earned your grace, not because I knew the way, but because your loving hand would not let me fall apart. Faithful hand. What seemed like another night became a turning point in life. One small prayer, one act of faith brought me to a better place. When I almost chose despair, heaven was already there. Yes, Lord. When I almost stayed silent, God responded with His kindness. He did. The prayer. Oh, the prayer. I almost didn't pray. Didn't pray. Became the prayer that changed my life. Changed my life. The prayer I almost kept inside. He heard it, opened the door to my breakthrough. Amen. 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 Maybe you're tired. Maybe you've prayed so long that you're wondering if God still hears. Maybe you're standing at the edge of giving up. But hear me, one more prayer can make a difference. One more prayer, one more moment of faith, one more cry from your heart, one more whisper in the darkness. Because God hears what others cannot hear. He hears the prayer I almost buried in silence. Became the prayer God used to change my story. And now I know, never underestimate one more prayer. One more prayer. One more prayer. More prayer. One more prayer. More prayer. One more prayer. small and weak, God still hears you when you speak. One more prayer, one more plea may unlock your victory. The prayer I almost didn't pray. One more prayer. He heard me. Amen. 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 Amen.
Lord, I almost gave up praying. Not because I stopped believing in you, but because I was tired of waiting, tired of hoping, tired of carrying the same burden day after day. I had prayed so many times before. I had cried the same tears. I had asked the same questions. And on that particular night, I nearly stayed silent. I almost let discouragement win. I almost let fear have the final word. I almost kept my heart closed. But somehow, through the weakness, I whispered one more prayer.
Just a few words,
just enough faith to call your name. And that prayer I almost didn't pray
changed everything.
One more prayer. I was standing in the dark with a heavy, weary heart. Every answer seemed delayed. Every hope began to fade.
He saw you.
I had carried all the weight, wondering if things would change. My faith felt small, my strength was low, and I didn't know where else to go.
He knew.
Then a whisper rose inside, telling me not to stop trying. Though my voice was weak and slow, I called on you once more.
When I nearly walked away,
something told me,
pray again.
Yes, Lord.
When my strength was almost gone,
you were listening all along. He was
the prayer
I almost didn't pray. Became the prayer that changed
my life.
Changed my life.
The cry
I almost kept inside,
He heard it.
Opened the door
to my breakthrough.
Amen.
Amen.
Looking back, I clearly know you were closer than I thought. Every tear and every plea was remembered faithfully. Not because I earned your grace, not because I knew the way, but because your loving hand would not let me fall apart. What seemed like another night became a turning point in life. One small prayer, one act of faith brought me to a better place.
When I almost chose despair,
heaven was already there. Yes, Lord.
When I almost stayed silent,
God responded with His kindness. He did.
The prayer
I almost didn't pray.
He didn't pray.
Became the prayer
that changed my life.
Changed my life.
The cry
I almost kept inside,
He heard it.
opened the door
To my breakthrough.
Amen.
Amen.
Maybe you're tired. Maybe you've prayed so long that you're wondering if God still hears. Maybe you're standing at the edge of giving up, but hear me. One more prayer can make a difference.
One more prayer,
one more moment of faith,
one more cry
from your heart,
one more whisper in the darkness.
because God hears what others cannot hear. He hears
the prayer
I almost buried in silence, became the prayer God used to change my story. And now I know,
never underestimate
one more prayer,
one more prayer.
the prayer I almost didn't pray, became the prayer
that changed my life.
changed my life.
The
Cry I almost kept inside,
He heard it.
open the door
To my breakthrough.
Amen.
When your faith feels small and weak,
God still hears you.
when you speak
One more prayer,
one more prayer,
one more plea,
may unlock your victory.
the prayer I almost didn't pray. One more prayer, He heard me.
Amen.
Amen.